Third time unlucky. New Zealand yet again losing in the super over. India defeating New Zealand in the third T20 international in Hamilton, taking the series 3-0. Rohit Sharma in the last over hit 2 sixes to take India across. In fact, this was after a dramatic collapse of New Zealand. So to say, in the last over, they had to score 4 runs, 2 runs out of 4 balls, and had 6 wickets in hand. But a brilliant bowling spell by Shami in the last over ensured that India tied the T20 match, and finally in the super over they managed to defeat New Zealand. Joining me by sports editor Rohit Mahajan. Rohit, a very close contest. Yet again, New Zealand not managing to cross the line in the super over.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call them chokers as you were calling them a little while back.
Okay.
To chase down 179 to tie at 179 is a big deal in 20 overs. And the innings that Williamson played, I would never call that team chokers. They are one of the best teams, one of the most competitive teams in the world, despite being so nicely behaved. But yes, you can say that they were unlucky again in the super over.
And also, at one point of time, Williamson at 95 with just 4 runs to score, 2 runs to score of 4 balls. Then my statement that they were chokers somehow turning true.
Yeah, well, that's the point of view. I wouldn't strongly disagree with you. They lost from a winning position.
Right.
But this happens. 2020 cricket, this happens all the time in 2020 cricket. If this happens more often in one-day cricket or test cricket, then perhaps you can call them maybe chokers. But I wouldn't call them. And all credit to both the teams, especially New Zealand, for the way they chased, especially Williamson, for the way they chased. And he scored 5-4 then 1-6 off Bumrah, which is amazing. Nobody is so difficult to score off. So they did very well. And again in the super over, Rohit Sharma, 2 sixes of 2 balls. So amazing match, exciting match. That's 2020 cricket for you.
Also, if you talk about Rohit Sharma's performance, for the first two T20s have not been gone well with him, not scored many runs, but today scoring a half century, and also importantly in that super over, scoring those 2 important hits. Take us through his inning. He had paced it quite well, starting off scoring over 50 runs.
Yeah, of course. Rohit Sharma is obviously one of our best batsmen. And if he didn't do well in the first 2 matches, that happens. Somebody else did the job in the first 2 matches. And when he got the opportunity, when he got set in, he scored the runs, and he scored runs that made the difference. And of course, in the super over, he got deliveries which were hittable for him. They were in his arc. And when the ball is in his arc, he's probably the best 6-hitter in the world. So he did it.
And also the last over bowled by Shami. In fact, the spell of Mohammad Shami, he seems to be in great form. His Yorkers, these deliveries. In fact, in the last over, he managed to turn around the match. Take us through the spell, especially the last over.
Yeah, Shami, of course, is a very brave and a very skillful bowler. And he managed to save the match despite being hit for a 6 in that over. So bowlers can get disheartened or lose their focus at that stage. It just shows that Shami is mentally a very strong bowler, and he was not dismayed by the fact that he had conceded a 6 in that over, and the match seemed out of India's grasp, but he did it. So tough bowler, a very skillful bowler, and mentally tough bowler.
3-0 up, we won the series, and the last 2 matches, do you think there will be place for other team members?
Yeah, they should. Yesterday, coach Vikram Rathore said that they have more or less decided what 11 they are. This is the World Cup here.
Right.
So they have decided the squad for the World Cup. There may not be too much room for experimentation if they have decided the team that they're going to take to the World Cup. So they may not experiment there, and they will probably prefer to give more experience to the younger players. They have decided that these are the guys who will represent India in the World Cup. So I don't think they need to or they will experiment too much. Now they have decided that they have figured out the squad they are going to take to the World Cup.
Right, in the next two matches, who is going to get the chance now? I mean, who are going to be likely replacements?
I am not really sure. Navdeep Saini is a fine bowler. Is a very fine prospect. So he should be given a few opportunities, sustained opportunities over time. But otherwise, I think they are probably going to play this very squad because they have figured out their squad. They're 14, they're 11. I think they would probably go with the same squad.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you so much. So, India managing to get their formation right, and this could perhaps, Rohit mentioned that this could be they zeroed down on the final 11 or the final 14 for going into the T20 World Cup. So, India wrapping up the series. The two T20 matches still left, but winning the series 3-0. Now it remains to be seen who else gets a chance to make it to the final 11 for the next two T20 matches. But clearly, India emerging victorious in this particular series. That's all we have for you on the special broadcast. You can keep on logging out to our website tribuneindia.com and also on our social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter and also on Instagram. Thanks for watching.